Titans Episode 2. Good evening, ladies and gents, my name is Kelza and welcome to my review series. Usually this is the series where I'm in the middle, that's the name of the series. However, this time I am not going to do that because there is no middle ground that I can actually stand on with what I'm about to review. I'm talking, of course, about something that I told you last week that I would cover every episode of it, and of course this is Titans, the Netflix version of the popular Teen Titans from the DC universe. If you haven't read it, if you haven't watched the series, I'm strongly advising you to do the first one and skip the latter if you value your senses or if you're any sort of a fanboy or fangirl or fan thing. This episode is what I would classify as the drop of something that started rather good. If you have watched my previous review, you would actually know what I'm talking about. And it basically just dropped after that completely. This episode was so useless, so out of place, so inconsistent with everything that you might expect from a continuation of a pilot episode that is just mind-boggling. It's just a completely different series, or they started from a second season or something. The first episode has shown us all the main characters, all the heroes, some for an extended period of time, some very short at the end of the episode, mainly Beast Boy. Starfire was giving a very good and very long introduction to not a good character, but it was explained very detailed. We see Raven, now Rachel and Robin, and that's just about it. That's the team at the moment. Cut to episode 2. Immediately, we have brushed off Raven and Beast Boy. They make absolutely no appearance whatsoever in the episode. Instead, we're introduced to the lover couple of this series, Hawk and Dove, who are not brothers. They're not even brother sister, they're lovers. And what's more, Dove, who is the female of the two, has a romantic past with Robin, which is very extensively, for the series at least, shown in a vision of Rachel. By the way, at this moment, if you haven't noticed, there are spoilers. I'm saying it now. I'm reviewing the episode a few days late, so you might have already watched it if you're interested at all. We're also treated with the extensive imagery of Hawk and Dove having sex, with Hawk not being able to perform because of stress, and suddenly the old lover boy that she was caught thinking about in the bathroom comes. Of course, I don't know what I should be more angry about the failed love triangle, about the soap opera, or about the unsuccessful introduction to any of these heroes in the series. We of course have our jealousy moments between Hawk and Robin. We have a few fight scenes of them together in the past and in the present, which admittedly are cool. The fight scenes in this series are very cool and I love watching them, even though they're brutal, even though they're dark. If I look at it as purely a fight scene, it's awesome. It's done well, the choreography is decent, and that's pretty much what I can say about this episode, which is not a lot because the previous episode at least had a little bit more. We're treated to some of the main villains, apparently some kind of a drugged out, overly zealous family that are caught playing cards and suddenly they're called to action. Of course, they somehow track Robin and Rachel through interrogating Robin's partner, stabbing her in the back, breaking her legs, even though nowhere in the episode has Robin actually said where he is. So finding them is a little bit shady, to say the least, at least if they don't have some other sources or mystic powers. None of it is shown. I'm just gonna write it out as a lucky dice throw and they just pinpointed something on the map. At this point it could be! We see Raven talking about her powers, about her other self, about everything that she is and she doesn't understand. A little bit of her powers leaked out, of course. But unlike the previous episode when she needed it the most, her powers just didn't activate and of course she was kidnapped! And now Robin has to save her again, but wait! We have a death in the family! Dove has been thrown off the building and she's dead. Yes, the love interest, the one nobody would expect to die and probably nobody wanted to die because she was actually cool for the most part. She is now either dead or incapacitated or just paralyzed for life, while her asshole of a boyfriend is well alive, unless you count a little bit of a choking with a wire, but everyone can do that. The series ends with a CGI Raven landing on a platform and that's just it. That's the series. That's the episode. You have nothing else. No mention of Starfire, no mention of Beast Boy. And this is where the problem lies. You have a pilot episode that tends to build the characters, and you follow immediately with something completely irrelevant, something that has nothing to do with the development of the team, of the Titans. Titans who are supposed to be developed. Are you planning to have Hawk join them, or if Dove survives, them both joining them? I don't know, but it sounds pretty far-fetched, if I can say that, because you have the four main characters. You have Starfire, you have Beast Boy, you have Raven, and you have Robin. Those are the characters you should be focusing on, at least for the first 3 episodes. You need to build them up a bit. You don't have enough time to build them up with a pilot episode. That's just not enough time. For fuck's sake, Beast Boy was only shown for a minute. Like a minute. And he was doing something completely out of place. You've shown Starfire with her hooker / amnesia situation that burns some people to ashes, and you've focused on Robin and Rage. Where do we go from there? I don't know, man. I'm really disappointed at this episode. I was actually waiting for some more development so I can actually get into the series a little bit more, to get to know the characters a little bit more. I don't care about Robin and Raven that much at this point because they were giving a very big portion of the first episode just to themselves. However, this is not Robin and Raven the series, these are Titans the series, so basically every hero should have equal amount of time, or at least close to equal. So probably they're gonna do something in the 3rd episode, probably they're gonna do something a little bit later. However, this is not a good placement of the story so far, so it's very angering, and I do think that you have some more fans just going away from this. The placement is off the rails and you need to work. I know it's not gonna happen because probably the series are already finished filming. However, this is not a good thing, and if anyone is actually listening, you should probably take some notes and do things in the future a little bit better. So basically that's my review of the 2nd episode. It sucked, and it sucked for obvious reasons that no series should suck in the first 2 episodes. But I want to know what you guys think. Tell me what you think of the 2nd episode. Have you watched it? Have you not? What are your opinions? Leave your comments down in the section below. And of course, this is time for the outro promotion, which comes in 3, 2, 1. Do hit that like button, do comment on the section below, do subscribe to my channel, and do hit the ring to get notification on where I upload. Okay, self-promotion time is over. I really hope to see your comments below and read them. So cheers and stay fresh.